Hey guys, sorry.
Hey, Miss King, thank you. No worries.
All right,
5
technical
o'clock.
difficulties.
It's 5 o'clock on a Monday, so.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, thank you for joining.
Um,
I am.
whoop.
Switching over to my agenda, which is fairly simple, but okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and call the special called Finance Committee to order. The time is 5:08 on February 8th, 2021. This is a special called meeting for Finance and Policy with one single item in our new business section. Members present via Zoom are Michael Reynolds, Ms. King, and Ms. Carr. We have various other council present. We have Mr. Mayor Merritt, Mr. Kraleen, Mr. Black, and our city administrator, Mr. Brandon Madden, is also present for this meeting. So with that said, we've got the meeting to order. The first item on our agenda is for a reimbursement resolution. I'm going to go ahead and ask Mr. Madden to take this, give us an update on where we're coming from, the reasoning behind this resolution, and we'll go ahead and we need to have this done today so we can shoot it over for our next council meeting was the reason we called a special call meeting for this. But I'm going to let Mr. Madden jump in and update us on the background, and we can go from there. Mr. Madden, if you'll take the reins.
Yes, absolutely, Mr. Chair, members of the committee. So the item before you is a resolution to express the intent of the city to be reimbursed for the CIP improvements for the fire station with the proceeds of bonds, of debt. If you may recall, last year, the council committed to funding the city's fire station capital improvement plan and requested a millage increase of Greenville County through their fire service area. So the fire service area and the city council agreed to go out for bonds for debt to purchase fire trucks and to assist with equipment and the construction of a new fire station. Greenville County, through the FSA, issued a bond earlier this year in the amount of $3.3 million. The city hasn't issued its bonds yet, and that was planned to be issued during the fiscal year 2022. So since the city hasn't issued their bonding portion amount, the city went ahead and ordered the fire trucks that it listed in its CIP using the bond proceeds from the Greenville County's bond issuance, the FSA. The total amount of the fire station, of the fire trucks was approximately $2.6 million. There's a federal regulation that requires the city to commit to reimbursing itself for expenditures made prior to the issuance of its debt. So since the city wouldn't be issuing debt until after the county issued their debt and after the city had already purchased trucks, or at least initiated the purchase, we would need to pass a resolution so that when we go out to debt, we still are going out for fire trucks, because right now we've already purchased fire trucks. So we wouldn't be able to go out to the bonders and request debt for fire trucks if they already been purchased. So we have about 60 days for that to occur, this resolution. And so that's what's being requested. Mr. Merritt had a couple of questions, so I didn't know to make sure I address them when it comes to it. The city's debt issuance would occur after July 1st. So it would be a part of our fiscal year 22 budget process, as long as council agrees to go out to debt. for the fire station and for its share of the equipment. As it relates to the amount of the county bond, that was $3.3 million. So what's being requested is approval of the resolution to be forwarded to full council for its council meeting on the 15th.
Okay, Mr. Madden, the biggest thing we're trying to accomplish here is strictly making it known via our ordinance, our resolution, that the intent is to pay Greenville County bond back by issuing our own bonds for the same thing. So it's not necessarily strictly an accounting move as much as it is just putting it in paper so that when we go out to send the bonds out, that we will be, they don't look and say, well, you already have our green fire trucks, right? So we just need to have it on paper that, you know, those were pre-purchased and we will be paying back out of the bond that we're issuing. That correct?
Yeah, the plan is, or council's intent in approving the CIP is to issue debt to purchase fire trucks and to fund the construction of a new fire station and other equipment purchases. The city has ordered those trucks through the county's bond that they issued, those bond proceeds, which is about $3.3 million. So in order for us to go out to the bond market in the upcoming fiscal year, the council would need to approve this resolution so that it's clear that we're going to reimburse any expenditures that occurred prior to us issuing those bonds.
Right. So this is just the difference between money that's being spent between the issuance of the two bond years. Just they did theirs last year. We're doing ours this year, but we're spending some money out of those proceeds. Correct.
Correct. It's just a regulation of the U.S. Treasury. We have about 60 days after a purchase has occurred to state the intent of the council.
Okay. So, and that is not, so this resolution is stating the intent. It's not, we're not moving to bond market. We're not doing any of that yet. That all comes in our budget.
That's correct.
July.
This is only a resolution.
Perfect. Yep. Okay. Committee members, do we have any questions for the action we're looking at here? I'll give long pauses. Ms. King and Ms. Kuznar.
I have no questions. I can make the motion if you're ready for that.
Let's go ahead. If you go ahead and make the motion, we'll give Ms. Kuznar a chance in discussion if she'd like as well.
Sure. Okay. I'll make the motion to forward to full council on February the 15th, the resolution to approve and adopt a 10-year capital improvement program for the Mauldin Fire Service Area, Greenville, South Carolina. Greenville County, excuse me.
Perfect, Ms. King. Mr. Madden, my end broke up. Was that the appropriate motion?
Yes.
Thank you. My end broke up. I just want to verify. Okay. I have a motion. I'm not going to repeat it because I didn't hear it completely, but I have a motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Kuznar. I have a motion and a second. All right, let's have another chance for discussion here. Ms. Kuznar, did you have any other questions for this item?
I do not. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Ms. Kuznar. All right. If that is the case, I'm switching screens here. Okay. I have a motion and a second for this item. No more discussion. So go ahead and call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Ayes have it.
Aye.
It's 3-0 unanimous. Why not? You know,
You got an extra
Motion.
eye, I believe.
it's completely approved. Motion carries 4-0. Is that correct? Okay, so that motion carries 3-0 to full council for our next our next council meeting, which will be 1 week from today. Council members who are present, if you have any other questions regarding it, please forward it to myself or Mr. Madden, and let's get those addressed before we deal with it in council chambers. But any other questions, please shoot them our way and we'll get those answered before we talk about it on Monday. Okay. So that was our only item of business for today. The next item is going to be adjournment. Do I have a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
I have a motion to adjourn and a second. No discussion. All those in favor of adjournment?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Perfect.
Aye.
Council, thank you. Committee, you are adjourned. Thank you for meeting with me virtually, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys in a week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks.